Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with chapter 2 of SST for class 4. So let's begin. The name of the chapter is the Northern Mountains. As we know, the northern part of India is covered with high mountains. It acts as a natural barrier or natural boundary for our country. And in this chapter, we are going to discuss about northern mountains. Start with the parts of northern mountains and is divided into three main parts: Himalayas, the Karakorams, and Purvanchal hill ranges. As we can see in the map in the next page, you can see the Karakoram here on top, then Himalayas, and then on the east we have the Purvanchal hills. So we are going to discuss them one by one. To start with, we will first begin with the Himalayas. The Himalayas stretch from Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. As we can see in the map here, you can see that it covers Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand. Even it covers our neighboring countries of Nepal, Bhutan. It also covers our state of Sikkim, Assam, and spread till the Arunachal Pradesh. There are various peaks in this Himalayas, and most of them are covered with snow throughout the year. And the highest peak, as you have must have been studying in GK, it is Mount Everest, which is the highest peak in the world, which is located on the border of Nepal and China. Himalayas consist of three parts: the Greater Himalaya, the Middle Himalayas, and the Outer Himalayas. As we can see in this drawing, this is a map of India, and the northern part we have the Himalayas. Okay, till here. So this Himalayan mountains, okay, this is mountain, and this Himalayan mountains is divided into three parts: the outer Himalaya, the middle Himalaya, and the lesser Himalaya. Okay, it has three parts. The Greater Himalaya is known as Himadri, the Middle Himalaya is known as Himachal, and the Outer Himalaya is known as Shivalik. Now we are going to discuss these three ranges in details. The Greater Himalaya is in the extreme north. I told you there are three ranges, okay, and the extreme north portion, this portion is the Greater Himalaya, the topmost portion of the Himalayas, and it has the highest. It is the highest of three ranges. Like in these three ranges, from these three ranges, this is on top, and it has the high range out of this three, and it is mostly covered with snow throughout the year, and it is also home of many rivers like Indus, Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra. And Kanchenjunga is a very high peak in this region, and one of the peak like the highest peak in the Greater Himalayas is the Kanchenjunga. Okay, but the highest peak in the world, it is like Mount Everest. Now we come to the next part, which is the Middle Himalaya. The Middle Himalaya lies towards the south of the Greater Himalaya. As I've shown you here, the topmost portion in the north is the Greater Himalaya, and below that, in the south, in the middle, it is the Middle Himalayas. It is lower in height than the Greater Himalaya. The mountain in the Greater Himalaya is much higher than the Middle Himalayas. The mountain slopes are covered with thick forest. The slopes of the Middle Himalaya are covered with thick forest which contains trees like pine, fir, and deodar. And in the Middle Himalaya there are some famous hill stations like Shimla, Nainital, Darjeeling, and many more, Masuri and all. Okay. The Middle Himalayas are generally not covered with snow throughout the year. During winter season, when they receive snowfall, it is like covered with snow, and after that, it is normal, and it covers with forest and all. And the snow is not there throughout the year. Now we'll come to the other part, the outer Himalayas. As I've shown you here, the outer Himalayas means below the middle part. Okay, this range is the outer Himalayas. Okay, and it is located just south of the Middle Himalayas, and it is the lowest in height. The peaks here are the lowest. Like out of that three parts, the lowest is in the outer Himalaya, and this range is covered with forest. And this the mountain ranges here are mostly covered with forest, and snow is very rare here, and many wild animals are found in this forest. And all the wild animals which we can see, like they are mostly found in the outer Himalayas. Okay, because on top it's very cold, and on top in the northern mountain, in the northern part, the Greater Himalaya, it is very cold there. So animals, very like few animals are found in those regions. Now we come to the next part of the northern mountains, which is the Karakoram Mountains. To the north, to the northwest of the Himalayas, beyond river Indus, lies the Karakoram range. I'll show you in the map. As you can see here, this is Himalayas, and this is north, and this is west. So, like in between, we have northwest. So northwest of Himalayas we have this Karakoram range beyond the river Indus. You can see here river Indus flowing, okay, here, and this is river Indus, and beyond that we have that Karakoram ranges. Mount Godwin Austen, also known as K2, which is the highest peak in India and the second highest peak in the world, lies in this Karakoram Mountains. As you can see here in the map, this is Karakoram range, and on top you will see this peak, which is the Mount Godwin Austen K2, which is the highest peak in India and second highest peak in the world. We will move to the next topic, which is life in this region. As we have discussed earlier, Himalayas cover many states like Jammu and Kashmir, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Darjeeling, West Bengal, Arunachal Pradesh, and many others. So we will discuss the life of the people in this region. Farming is the main occupation of the people, and the farmers, the people who stays here are like who stay there are mostly farmers, and their main occupation is farming. And due to lack of plain land, farmers have cut steep on terrace along the slopes, so that they can do farming. I'll show you in the diagram that this is the mountain. This is mountain slope. So what they have done, they have cut slopes like this. The steep slopes like this. Okay, so that they can do farming in this place, like the land which they get after cutting the hill, they can do farming. This is also known as terrace farming. They make a terrace by cutting the mountains, and they do farming here. And they also, and some of the people, they are engaged in sheep rearing and wood carving. Sheep rearing, which you can see in this picture, a person who is like going with the sheep, this is called sheep rearing. They can use like they keep all these sheep so that they can take out their wool, and they can sell in the market and earn money. And wood carving is they get woods from the forest, and they carve out many objects out of that, okay, which we use as antique at home and many other works. This is the end of this part, and we will discuss more about the life in this region, about different states in the second part. Thank you.